And the next thing I want to share with you is that how can we solve real-world problems with research? So I have a car. Now I move on from Volvo 340 into Toyota Altis. And the Toyota car is outstanding, very, very nice, but the trouble is that the horn didn't sound right. It's like, oh, I don't like it, okay? It sounds cheap. I don't like it at all. So instead of trying to repress with some nice horn, it would cost about $4,000. I could actually solve the problem easy, but then I didn't like the solution. So then I come up with the idea, hey, how can I improve the sound quality overall? Why not do a scientific study to prove that what is the essence of a good sound, and then how can we produce good sound in the future? And at the same time, I attended a conference in Sweden. And there was a lady who is the center for this Saab fighter jet. So she was trying to tell us that auditory signal is quite similar to ICOM. ICOM, you want to make it meaningful, you want to make it nice. But then for sound, for warning, it's the same idea. So what about rounding out the oil? What sound you think can best represent rounding out the oil? You know, I remember all my life, she was like, thirsty.
Oh, thirsty?
See?
No oil.
Yes. So then I get inspired. I said, hey, this is so interesting because, you know, you can make sounds so meaningful and then so interesting so that people don't have to learn. Right? I mean, once you heard that, you know, oh, okay, this is running out of oil. So you don't have to learn, really. So then I try to study sound since then. Let's hear this one. So that's the indicator. No, it's not that good, right? What about this one? It has more. Yeah, it has two different sounds. And then the sound, only one sound. Only one. The audio has two. Okay, so there is more variation. So then that means better quality. And what about door warnings, okay? Okay, and then what about Tesla? And what about parking sensor? Okay, now, how can we do study? Because once you hear it, it's over, right? We forget about it. So then we need to create visualization. And when I say visualization, it doesn't generate itself. You need to collect the sound, and then you need to translate into some kind of waveform. So when it is continuous sound, it looks like this. When it is intermittent, then it looks like this. So for example, I'll be able to show you better with this, the parking sensor. If you remember that the parking sensor of a different car, so this shows the tempo. So at last, when you are about to hit the fan, then it becomes very intense. Okay, I'll be able to show you again, so then you can reflect. Okay, so this is the parking sensor. Okay, and then just so that you get to understand, this is the door warning. Okay, this is the door warning. If you see that, the sound start low and then try to kind of reduce the intensity, and then loud again and then reduce intensity. Okay, so you just look at the shape of the waveform and you understand what is the sound like. When I travel to mainland China, because I get invited by this Beijing Tsinghua University, and then after I talk about the sound, they were so fascinated by one thing. They would say, hey, Professor G, how did you come up with this idea? I say, oh, okay, it's because I have a terrible car, so I just try to solve the problem, okay? And they really like that research, and that kind of encouraged me because I don't publish too many, but every study takes a long time and try to make sense out of it. And from the same study, I also come up with this rating scale, because if you look into the sound, there were actually a few important factors. The first factor could be the pitch. So for high pitch, that means loud, the higher frequency. For example, female sound is higher than guys' low. So it's pitch, okay? And loudness. So for example, if I'm using microphone, that increase the intensity, loudness, and then the tempo. If you remember, at the end is a beep, 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 becomes faster. Okay, that's the tempo. And then the timbre is the sound itself. For example, my sound is totally different from Jennifer or Morrison because we have totally different timbre. But we add one more thing, is the sound quality. Okay? But the important thing is that to remember, we keep talking about categorization, how to make it mutually exclusive and complete overall. So, hey, it's the same idea. It's not different.